Now, Saylor understands this concept. He's like, I need more green dots. I need to buy more. And this guy's a madman. Out of nowhere, he just acquired another $4.6 billion worth of Bitcoin. I don't know how he has so much money just laying around, another $5 billion worth. That's just, where did he get this? I don't know. Did he raise more money? I don't know where he raised $5 billion from. So he bought another 52,000 Bitcoins. Now he holds 331. He's really in competition with BlackRock. He really wants to catch up really fast. And, you know, I guess he doesn't want to lose to Larry Fink. Like, that's a crazy amount now. 331,000. I mean, he was just at 200 something thousand. Now he's above 331,000, not thousand, 331,000 Bitcoin. I mean, he's just going nuts right now, going nuts. And that's why his stock keeps going up and up and up and up and just not stopping, right? And he's setting a great example for all companies out there. Like, hey, this is the winning strategy. Just continue to DCA no matter what. You know, for us retail investors, maybe like me, this is why I'm like a little bit fearful now of Bitcoin, because it's so darn expensive. It's like, it's getting so hard to accumulate. But for these guys that have billions or, you know, millions, you know, getting Bitcoin 100K is still nothing to them. So they're going to keep on accumulating. MicroStrategy obviously have. Metaplanet has been following. So now they're announcing a 11.3 million debt sale to buy additional Bitcoin. It has been working for them. They are the hottest stock in Japan. Their growth is like 10,000% now year to date. And they are crushing it. They are doing exactly the same thing at a smaller scale. But their numbers are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. People were laughing at them. Some Bitcoiners were like, oh, you know, they're only buying a few million Bitcoin. But they're adding up. Pretty soon, they're going to have hundreds of millions of dollars of the Bitcoin. And pretty soon, that's going to turn to hundreds of millions and billions soon. They are doing exactly the same thing, and it's working. And I don't know why everyone else doesn't do the same thing. Although there are a lot of others that are doing it. Semler Scientific is doing the same thing. Purchased 17.7 million. Okay. And Mara, $700 million. That's a big deal. They are doing the same thing. And of course, there are countries. We know what Trump is doing, but there's a Polish candidate that promises to adopt Bitcoin if he wins the election. So now you got presidential candidates that are using Bitcoin as a political key point to try to like win the elections, to win the country over. Think about that. Think about how crazy that is. That's like a key topic now for candidates to actually make that a key point when trying to get elected. Has that ever happened in history? No, I don't think so. That's just mind-boggling if you think about it. That's really, really mind-boggling, right? And of course, we know that in the US, we're talking about making Bitcoin a strategic reserve, but Senator Loomis is going beyond that. She's talking about, hey, not only that, what if we start selling off our gold reserve and buying Bitcoin with that? That's crazy. You know how much gold we have? We have 8,000 tons of gold. I don't know what that equates to, but that has to be a ton. 8,000 tons worth. Hundreds of billions, trillions. I don't know how much dollars that equates to. But imagine if we started selling off gold. I don't even get the purpose of it anymore. Maybe some of you guys that are smarter than me can explain. I realized the purpose of gold before because we needed gold to be able to print dollars. When, once upon a time, we needed gold because there was a ratio. Like you need a certain amount to print dollars. Now we don't need to have that. So what's the point of hoarding so much gold? I don't get the concept of it. So what is the point of having mountains of gold? And every country does it. But I don't see the purpose of it anymore. It's like, what do you do with that gold? You don't trade it. You don't ever, like, as a country, we don't say, hey, take our 1,000 tons of gold and give us something. Like the US never does that. We don't use it for trade. We just use it as like bragging rights. We have more gold than China. Like, but what is the purpose? We don't sell it for jewelry as a country, like in our stockpile. Like I still don't get the purpose of it. So yeah, why not sell some off and increase our Bitcoin reserve, right? It makes sense, unless someone can tell me legitimately why, as a country, we should keep increasing the 8,000 tons to 9,000 tons to 10,000 tons. I don't know why we need that. Moving beyond that, what else is there? This is the first time in history, not only do we have presidential elections and candidates talking about Bitcoin, that this is the first time we're going to have Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. We're also, from a metric perspective, this is the first time in history that Bitcoin reserve on exchanges is dropping. For the first time in history, we've never had that before. That's significant. So if you discount everything else, you don't care about anything else, know that this is the only cycle so far that the reserve is going down. That means supply shock is happening. I've been talking about this for quite some time, and people have always laughed at it saying, well, so what? If the supply shock is happening, why is the price not going up? Well, the price is going up now, and it's only going to keep on going, especially when countries and ETFs continue to soak up most of the supply, and the sailors of the world and everyone else in between continue to soak up the supply. This is why it's significant. And you could see how significant the reserve is going down. It's going down pretty darn quickly. These guys are no joke. They're starting to put all their money in, and we are dropping extremely quick. So at some point, when it starts really dropping like a rock, then Bitcoin's price is really going to start skyrocketing, right? It's going to happen. It's starting to happen already. That's why I'm a little fearful about the price of Bitcoin already. I don't mind if it stays here. Like, yes, I would like to see it go above 100,000. I would like to see it, I like to see Bitcoin close at 110, 125. Yes, I'd like to see that happen. But you know what? We're mid-November. I have no problem Bitcoin stays at where it's at, 90,000, and close it out for the November. I would love to see the alts continue to go up and have Bitcoin stay here and then go above in December. If we just continue to skyrocket right now, man, it's just getting a little bit too nutty. So I would like to see that consolidation right now.